This week on WTF Bomb Podcast.
What would be the first sign that you won the lottery? What would be?
There wouldn't be any
There wouldn't be
signs.
signs, buddy.
Bullshit.
There would be, you would just not see me anymore.
my absence.
My absence would be a sign, the only sign. Yeah.
My days would carry on the exact same until everything was buttoned up.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
Can you imagine just walking out onto your porch and then you just see you just see this thing dropping out. The piece of shit just falling out of midair. You're like, motherfucker, I hate this guy so much. I'm gonna shit on his porch. And then
make sure you ring that bell before you do it.
Welcome to the WTF Bomb Podcast.
I'm Will.
I am Tink.
I'm Frank.
And this is the weekly podcast where the three of us get wild and crazy and silly. Talk about crazy stuff, man. All the stuff that makes us say WTF.
Whoa.
Ugh,
What a week.
what a week indeed. What a week indeed. Where can they email us, Frank?
You can email us at WTFBombPod@gmail.com. The socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
And you know, we're only streaming on YouTube.
Yep.
YouTube exclusive. So
You can message us.
like the video, share the video,
Yep.
share the video,
Share the video.
share it.
the
Like
video.
it, subscribe,
Subscribe.
click that bell, get notifications.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh.
yep.
You can go to www.patreon.com at WTFBombPod and subscribe for $2.
$2 a month. We can get all that extra content that we got.
Ghosts.
I got it waiting for you. We just need to get a subscriber in there. So come on in there. And for $2 a month, you can see all the crazy, silly stuff that we talk. We just actually had a conversation right before we started here that ended up on video.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could see what we talked about.
Yep.
Shoot. Did it?
Yeah, it got recorded. So
Oh, man.
So anyway, we have merch available. We got t-shirts and all kinds of stuff like that. You can find that at tpublic.com/user/Tinknotron and also at tankmcgaffey.com. We also have affiliate links for Amazon in the description of the video. So as you're doing your holiday shopping this year and you want to come on over to you're watching the podcast and it's like, oh crap, I got to get something from Nana. You can click on the link in the description of the video.
That's right. Don't miss out.
Those are the three ways that you can support the podcast.
Yep. Doesn't cost you a dime.
Nope.
Oh,
That's the beauty of affiliate links.
there you go. There you go.
Big
We got a big. It's a big week this week. How'd you guys survive Halloween?
Halloweeny. Did you get all the candy that you wanted?
Yeah. Did you get
I made it.
Or maybe they're stealing it from their kids for like
You know it.
mommy and daddy tax.
You know it.
You know, that's what I did. All my kids are grown, so I gotta find somebody else's kids.
I gotta check it, make sure it's safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Oldest scam in the world.
Oh no, this is so bad. I gotta eat all of this so you don't have
Nom, nom, nom.
Right.
Quality control.
quality control.
I don't know.
And
It's sketchy.
there might be something that's happening exciting tomorrow, but I don't.
See this face?
Yeah. So
This is the face that
yeah,
Frank makes trying not to talk about politics
yeah.
the day before the shit show.
So by the time this episode comes out, make sure you go out to your polls and
Do your business.
pick the lesser of two evils, in my opinion.
We won't judge you.
Yeah. No.
I will.
We won't.
I will.
No, he won't. Not if you don't tell him, he won't.
So yeah. So we got an exciting show for you, and we're going to get right to it with WTF Would You Do? WTF Would You Do? All right, so this week to get the old minds going and get into the funny, silly things that we like to do, we ask a question, and this week the would you rather question is: would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Yeah, baby.
It's a kind of a very even kiltered.
Yep.
Yeah, let's
Even
talk
kilter
about pros
question.
and cons before we make our decisions.
It's
How about that?
relatable.
It's
Relatable.
very relatable.
Yes.
But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do the. We're gonna give it the WTF bomb treatment.
Yep.
So to fly or be invisible. Let's go down the fly route.
But what's the pros?
The pros for flying is you don't have to have a car. I mean, whenever I show up for work, everything that I have fits in my pockets.
Yep. You can vacation anywhere you want, the whole world.
Well, the thing is if you're flying, you have to be able to, are you going to be able to carry your suitcase the whole way?
Backpack.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, save all that money that you would save on gas. You could just buy new clothes when you get there, especially with the way gas prices are.
Yeah,
Freaking going.
Airfare.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. If you can fly, you don't even have to check in at the front desk. You just fly into the pool area. Land.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, you will have to spend money still for lodging, or you could just fly home, depending on how fast you flew.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we talking like Superman speeds?
No. Can't do that.
How fast are we flying?
Safe enough for a normal human being to survive.
That's true, because I don't think a human being.
How high are we flying?
Safe enough for a human being able to survive.
Yep.
1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Or more. I mean, you could put on a suit.
Yeah,
Oxygen
but
tank.
1,000 feet.
Sure.
1,000 feet, 200 miles an hour.
You can fly a couple hundred feet and still be above everything that you need to be above.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go with the terrain of the land.
Are you the only person that can fly? Is there traffic?
That would be the best thing about it. I think you would be the only one that could fly.
That'd be all right.
And you stay low enough to get out of the air, get out of the way of the planes and all that other stuff.
Yeah, stay off radar.
Stay off radar so they don't shoot your ass down.
Yeah, I'm thinking like,
Give out free birds as you fly over rural areas.
have your own little radio system for the FAA. Hey, screw you guys. I'm not participating in your plan.
You just fly over. I mean, imagine what you could see on rooftops.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Backyard pools.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, that it'll get a little dribble on them. Because you've been in the air. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm flying along at
I think we found a con for the people on the ground.
I'm flying along at 200 feet.
What would be a con of being able to fly?
Except now.
Only being able to fly at a speed safe for human.
Yeah. Because, it would still, you could probably safely get away with about 70 miles an hour.
Oh, no.
80 miles an hour
Oh, no.
in the air.
You could at least do 120. You fall out of an airplane at 120.
Yeah,
That's true.
You have to have some kind of helmet or face shield or something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you could still see. Yeah.
So what you're saying is I could get an Oakley sponsorship.
But it have to be at safe speed, safe altitude, because if you say as fast as Superman, well, then you're also implying something else. So it comes with more abilities. Than
Yeah. Superman had all the abilities. He was the king of OP characters.
Crash landing at hyper speeds.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I don't know what's.
because I don't think a human body could take Mach 1
No.
in open air. I mean, every person that's been at Mach 1 has been inside of a vehicle.
Can you imagine flying along at Mach 1 and needing to bust ass and accidentally just making a turn? Just like, oh, shit, I'm off 90 miles.
Must have took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah. And
Would that affect your trajectory?
Yeah, and all your
the
guts,
rocket booster coming
all
out
your
your
guts just went to one side and your brain is now jelly. Whoops. Shouldn't have had the burrito.
All right. So, any other cons for being able to fly?
I'm sure that there would be.
Yeah.
It'll probably make you pretty tired.
Your friends always wanting you to run and get shit for them.
Yeah.
It's like owning a pickup.
Hey, Frank, you can fly. Can you?
Hey, yeah. Can you go get this?
Yeah, it's beer run, right?
Right.
Yeah, just like winning the lottery, everybody's gonna try to take advantage of you one way or another.
That's true.
That's funny
true.
as shit.
Yeah.
What would be the first sign that you won the lottery? What would be?
There wouldn't be any
There wouldn't be
signs.
signs, buddy.
Bullshit.
There would be. You would just not see me anymore.
my absence.
My absence would be a sign. The only sign. Yeah.
My days would carry on the exact same until everything was buttoned up,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and then I'm just like out.
Yep.
My out of office is on.
Out of office is permanently on.
Permanently.
All right, so let's talk about being invisible.
Oh man, there's I'm gonna say it up front because there are probably a lot of pros that people or things people would see as pros that we probably should not say here.
Oh, I mean, Peeping Tom is
in full detail anyway.
Peeping Tom is
Talking about you, Frank.
is the biggest pro of being invisible. Now,
No, it's not.
What's the biggest
being a
pro?
Peeping Tom.
Go take a bunch of shit.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing is like with flying, you can turn it on or off. You're not always flying. You get on the ground.
Invisible,
Can you turn the invisible on and off?
Yeah.
Or would you just always
It didn't
be
say
invisible?
always be invisible.
But it doesn't
Be
say
able
that.
to fly or to be invisible.
Yeah.
So you're able to be invisible, which means you must also be able
okay.
to not
Yeah,
be
yeah.
invisible.
Same.
All right.
You
All right.
bet.
Technicality.
Grammar. Okay.
Dang.
Grammar works. So you can turn it on and off. Yeah. I don't think there's a con in that. But I mean, that would be incredible to be able to be invisible and just, I mean, even for the or for the legal capabilities of being invisible, just to be in a room whenever,
Shitheads are talking about you.
yeah.
Fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The fly on the wall thing. And then if they do say some shit about you, just whack, and nobody knows what the was that. I don't know. Every time I talk about Tink in a bad manner, I just get this whack in the back of my head.
What was it? Up escalation? That's just escalation.
Yeah, I will escalate it. Yeah.
Mhm.
You saying,
What about being able to just dip out of a conversation you're not really interested in? You're at the bar and somebody
just like that,
"Bing!"
like that meme where the dude goes peace and he
Yeah.
just disappears.
Hey,
I don't want to be here.
hey man, let me tell you.
Like Homer Simpson backing into the bush.
Yeah.
I am out of here.
That would be a pro.
Mm-hmm.
What would the cons be of being in? I think the cons would be sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Oh,
So knowing the
Yeah.
things that you could find out whenever you're invisible would definitely affect your relationships with people.
get your ass run over and walking home.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Well, don't walk home invisible.
You get hammered and you turn the switch on. You're like, do you see yourself when you're invisible? Is the question.
Oh.
It's like, or it's like, I'm
And then-
still. It's like, wait.
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't see yourself.
You have this little.
You
green
couldn't even
light.
see your hands. How would you pick something up if you couldn't see your hands? I mean, I guess you could I can't see my hand, but I know that I have the
Yeah,
mouse.
Yeah, but you could still look at the object, so you would know just by normal movement. That you
Yeah, muscle memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, being invisible, it has limited downside.
Well, one of the upsides, and one of the things we also talk about flying is you'd have friends wanting you to use it. Hey, can you go invisible and go?
Yeah, run over,
But then also they're
Same
going to be on
thing.
the same guy. I wonder if that motherfucker shows up around me invisible.
run over there and get me this.
So you're going to have.
Well, I will say this: if I could fly, people would figure that out. But I would never tell anybody that I could go invisible. That would be a secret I would take to my grave.
until you were put in a fight or flight situation.
Yeah, I would never. No, I would never tell anybody I could be invisible. Because then exactly that,
Yeah.
people would affect their behavior around me if they knew,
Both good and bad.
good and bad.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. And I'm sure we'll get some thoughts from the viewers on it, but
yeah, but I mean, the first time that I'd be able to be invisible and see some things that that would, it would pay for all the bad things that could happen.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
I mean, if they can't see me, I don't know if I would actually do anything,
oh yes, you would.
Yeah, you would.
but I would
Total perv.
do something to myself.
I don't even want to know.
I'd have a little wrestling match with Russell. The one-eyed muscle.
So when you get to the end of that, does that stay invisible?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would
You're
think.
like, wait, what?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe test
And
run.
then, and then as soon as you know, well, no. 'cause
I mean, so anything would stay invisible until you weren't invisible anymore, and then it would. Every time you went invisible, it'd go back invisible. So, like if you took a dump on somebody's porch, when you're invisible, you can't see it. When you come visible, but then when you go invisible again, it disappears again. Like,
could you imagine just walking out onto your porch and then you just see this? No, you just see this thing dropping out, a piece of shit just falling out of midair. You're like, motherfucker, I hate this guy so much. I'm gonna shit on his porch. And then
make sure you ring that bell before you do it. Ding dong.
Guy opens the door up and he looks at it. He goes, "I fucking hate Mondays. I just hate them."
then you just see this roll of toilet paper materialize and just lay it all there.
Some wet wipes and just stick it on the door. Thanks for playing. A little note. Thanks for playing.
That would be incredibly funny just to fuck with people.
Oh
man, just
there's no limit to what I could get into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have an extremely ornery streak anyway.
As do I. Mine's a little more.
Well, you're a little more restrained.
I'm a restraint, but I think. Do you think that would go to your head and you'd be like, I'm
absolutely.
I'm never gonna, and it would change, like, because I mean, I'm a jovial person and a little bit more,
I'm more of a hold my beer.
Yeah, but not necessarily even something like that, but I'm more of like, I would do things that would make people giggle, or I would giggle so much whenever they're freaking out. But I don't know if I would ever do anything to hurt anybody, so to speak.
So imagine this. You're invisible, and you take off riding a motorcycle through traffic.
Oh, just watching the people go, what the fuck? Or just driving your car in general. And anything in general.
Oh, yeah. Go ordering food at the drive-thru.
So here's my thing. You guys remember the first, well, maybe not the first one, but the Fox Fantastic Four movies?
Yeah.
With what was that girl's name? The blonde girl.
I don't know.
That played Sue Storm. But in that movie, she has the ability to turn invisible. But if she's wearing clothes, the clothes just are there.
Yeah.
So no matter what, unless you could turn your clothes invisible, you have to go out and do this naked.
Oh yeah.
No, because they made it. They outfit out of materials, so
later. But I mean, I'm not as smart as Reed Richards. I wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna be invisible or we're gonna fly, our clothes are gonna be invisible.
Okay.
Just switch, because you gotta be able to hide shit in your pockets for your friends that wants you to klepto shit.
Right.
And what's the decision, fellers?
Man, I've had dreams of being able to fly. And I love it.
It's a very good option.
Very Foo Fighters.
Very
learn to fly.
Very practical.
Yeah. And I mean, just because we said fly doesn't mean you get any of the other characteristics of like comic book characters that can fly.
You can just fly.
You just fly.
You accelerate, that's safe for human speeds, decelerate, land.
I think that it's safer for everybody else if I pick learn to fly.
I don't give a fuck. I'm going invisibility.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too. I'm getting invisible.
I think I could monetize flying.
I could monetize invisibility.
Yeah, without advertisement.
In a heartbeat.
Nobody ever see me.
Nope.
Of course. But I mean, you're also stealing things.
No, strategically relocating
into your pocket.
No.
But I think I could monetize learning how. I mean, join the fucking circus, man. Look, I can fly. Pay me $20 and I'll fly for you.
Come fly with me.
Well, for a ticket, I have to be. I have to pay the clowns too.
Nice. Got to pay the clowns.
Yep, you got to pay the clowns. Don't send them in though. Don't send in the clowns.
Mm-mm.
What would you do? Put in the comments down below. and send us an email or something like that, and tell us what you would do if you would you fly or would you be invisible?
Yeah. Reach out to us on Facebook Messenger.
What would you ask Tink to do for you if he could fly?
The other thing is too is what other abilities would is there a different ability like maybe
X-ray vision.
X-ray vision,
Yeah,
can't see
that's
through
kinda
can't see through lead.
Can't see through lead.
I'll take either one of these two.
What about the dude on the boys that has laser eyes? It's
The
just,
laser eyes, yeah.
don't give me that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Or I don't want anything useless like being able to talk to fishes.
Well, you could monetize that.
Yeah.
You can make more money than flying.
We can't monetize
In a circus.
You can't monetize it in freaking Oklahoma. I'd have to move to.
There's some aquariums here, buddy. There's
Aquarium.
lakes, rivers.
You ever heard of noodling? Don't you bite my fucking arm. You big bastard.
But I mean, what other abilities would you guys think of?
Let's see. You got the flash. You got the run fast.
Yeah.
That's not really that fun. I'd rather fly than run fast.
You take out physical, being super intelligent.
Yeah.
I
I like the
mind reading.
mind reading thing. Hearing other people's
That
thoughts.
can have downsides too.
Oh, it can. We've seen the movies, but I still would like to try it.
Like right now, I was thinking that's the dumbest shit you've ever said.
Yep.
You got your feelings hurt.
It's early.
Yep.
Night's not even over yet.
All right. Well, you send in the comments or send in the emails and tell us what you would pick, or give us a different ability that maybe you would like to try on for size.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
in the meantime, we're going to move on to WTF is on your mind.
WTF is on your mind.
One.
I'm leaving that in.
And we're back.
Hey, everybody.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Yep.
So this week for WTF is on your mind. How bad does Willie's burp stink?
Yeah. Nice.
What does that smell like?
We have like an ongoing thing of like bodily functions.
Burping and farting. I haven't done. I try to hold myself together when
We're here for you.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we're propping you up.
Oh,
We-
something. They're
we
doing
got you.
something.
Warm liquid on your leg. Just ignore it.
This
Don't
week,
worry about it.
this week on what the fuck is on your mind? We have a little different format.
Yeah, we have 3 questions we're going to ask based off of some internet searching around that we did.
Poking.
And Frank, go ahead and give us your first one.
If you could create a whole new body part,
Yeah.
what would it do, and where would you put it?
Oh.
And go.
I think I would want an extra pair of hands, or at least one extra hand.
Like a hand or an arm, and a
Yeah.
hand.
It has to
Well,
be singular.
yeah, I mean
body
the
part.
whole,
You want a hand ground in like your
a
forehead?
whole arm.
I'm from Kerr-McGee.
I would want a whole arm, and I think I would put it like kind of, like on my back, so that it could come up over my shoulders and do something.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Like an extra long arm?
yeah, it'd be a little bit longer, but it could come around to the, come up, or maybe even
Be
like,
like-
move this one down a little bit, the one above it, and have 2 arms over here, 1 arm over here.
That's probably the best option. That's what I was thinking too.
Elephant trunk with a hand on the end of it.
I mean,
Well, I mean, my location might not be. I don't know. Just right with your other arms, like
or maybe just
what's his name from Mortal Kombat?
have it come right out of your chest.
What happens when you have guitar players adding extra parts right here? We need 2
Drummers.
hands on the
Yep,
neck.
I need a drum. I
Drummer.
want to write all the incredibly difficult parts to play because I have an extra limb.
Play this. That guy from Def Leppard's never going to get this shit. You better buy some new pedals, bitch.
Wow.
You better get some things for your toes there, Rick Allen.
Yep. Rick,
you're
we're
the-
calling you out, buddy.
I mean,
I mean, there's always the porno answer where you grow another dick or something.
you could monetize that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't handle the one you got. Why do you need 2?
Or maybe the other one would be better.
This size,
if I could grow a whole new or create a whole new body part.
This size.
Well, here's the deal. If I read that question again, if you could create a whole new body part,
Yeah, it could be something
completely different.
Yeah,
than,
where would you put it?
But like,
where would you put a second Johnson?
Right above the other one, so you could get,
Really,
one in the pink and one in the stink.
Really?
Yep.
Wouldn't put one like right here?
No, what are you gonna penis on your forehead for?
You could monetize it.
Yeah, you'd be done working.
Done working.
Yeah,
because you couldn't go to work because your privates would be
you wouldn't
showing.
need to. You wear a hat.
Yeah, probably.
Get one of them Rasta hats. Coil it up.
And then you get excited and your hat just turns into a...
I'm proud to be an American. Well, at least I know I'm free. Let me loose. Let me out.
Get rings.
But what if like a
Ring toss.
whole new body part, something that like you don't already have?
The mangina.
I would. Oh man, it would be super cool to have horns, like like a fucking buck or something.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Or a tentacle like an octopus or something. Yeah.
The tentacle might be fun,
Yeah.
especially if it was like 8 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really just
Or I mean, you could make it a tentacle tail and just have the tail come like that chick that we saw on the
we're
Walmart
supposed to
thing
talk
last week.
about that.
The Walmart thing
We're
last
supposed
week.
to talk about that.
She just had a tail. She was wagging her butt in this.
Well, the thing about octopus tails is they got them little suction cups on it, and they can grab.
Yeah,
it,
yeah. Yeah.
So I was thinking like a prehensile tail, like monkeys and shit. They grab.
Oh yeah.
So
They can grab and climb.
Yeah, well, with an octopus tail, you can grab and climb, and you can just like reach over and grab your beer and.
Yeah. Man, I saw
Stick
this.
to a glass building for a while.
Hang
around.
Hang around.
I saw this video this week. It was a kangaroo that was going toe to toe with a freaking heavy bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, it was badass. This kangaroo's like he got his arms up like he's.
Oh yeah. No,
and then the next thing you know, he backs up on his tail
and
suspends his whole body in the air and kicks the shit out of that heavy bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Tony Baker that had the video on his Instagram. We'll put I'll try to find that link and put it in the description of this video. But he comes on and says, "Man, Australia's just dangerous."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen the video of the guy who the kangaroo's got the guy's dog?
Oh, like in the water?
Oh yeah.
No, he's out in the field.
Oh.
And the dude walks over there to the kangaroo and grabs the dog and pulls it back, and then he just reached back and just cold cocks his kangaroo.
Uh-huh.
And this kangaroo just kind of rocks back and goes, "Wait a goddamn minute."
It's like, it's never happened before.
I'm not really sure just what just happened right there. The kangaroo's like, nope, I'm not doing that. And he's like,
the kangaroo ran off.
yeah, he looked at him for a second like, I don't know if I'm going to whoop your ass or leave.
But I imagine that if you look around on the internet long enough, I bet you could find
Oh, yeah, for
kangaroos just beating the shit out of people.
Kangaroos are not nice.
No.
Not in the wild.
Nope.
Little baby-roos are kind of fun, but them big ones will get you.
Oh, yeah.
Got badass claws, and they throw a right hook like nobody's business. They stuff you in their pocket.
You definitely don't want the feet.
No.
Yeah.
You don't want this smoke.
You don't want to smoke. Yeah, those feet they'll tear you
Be
up.
like,
Because you figure a heavy bag weighs probably, on average about 100 pounds,
easy.
and it kicked that heavy bag so far that it almost went up and hit the ceiling of where it was hanging from, and I mean, granted, it was probably only about 6-7 inches of chain or whatever
Yep.
that it was hanging from. But I mean, it almost lifted that, whole bag up to the fucking ceiling.
You remember? Do you ever hear stories about back in the early 1900s when they would drag bears around and people would pay to fight them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They would take their teeth out and they would cut
Take the bear's teeth out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't bite them, and
Yeah.
then they would take and they would cut the muscles on the back side of their deal,
Uh-huh.
so they were like half strength bears. Okay.
Oh man,
Dude, they would still whip the shit out of people.
I'm sure.
You know, I mean, a freaking bear.
Yeah, you talk about bear weighs what, about 600 pounds?
Well, it depends on the bear.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, a black bear, 300 pounds, big black bear. You get a brown bear, grizzly bear, them bitches get 10 foot tall and fucking 900 pounds.
Yeah.
They'll rearrange your whole rest of your life. Like, it's over.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's like,
So there's a conversation to have. So
Yeah.
So if you guys, what new body part would you guys want if you could create a new body part, or even just have an extra body part that you already have? I still think that I'm going to go with some sort of other appendage to help me do shit, whether it's a octopus tentacle or
I think that's the winner right there, honestly. I
or
mean,
even like a kangaroo tail,
I still think the octopus tentacle is
because
the winner.
Yeah, I mean,
it's versatile.
yeah, it's very because you could grab, like he's saying, grab a beer.
Anything.
I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, the elephant trunk is still pretty handy.
Man, I wouldn't want that hanging out in front of my face though.
No, put it in the back.
In the back?
Yeah, same deal.
Like on your shoulder?
Yeah, reach around, grab a biscuit, and stuff it in.
I don't know. You brought up the suction cups. That's
the suction cups are strong.
Yeah.
What if you could like customize something? You could have like
or even like a mechanical thing.
Yeah,
make it animatronics kind of stuff. Like
what about a
like
tentacle?
go gadget arms.
A tentacle, okay, but it had like a 3-foot alligator mouth on the end of it.
I mean, you're creating it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you want. Oh, okay. Hang on just a second. Get him.
Yeah. Chomping.
Chompers. We're going to Walmart after we get done.
All right. Well, we got another question here for you. And this is a question that I chose to pick here. It's if your beard could talk, what is the first thing it would say to you?
Kill me.
I don't like tuna.
I don't like tuna. Mine would be like, get rid of me. You look 10 years younger without a beard.
Right. Don't be too lazy to shave. Take 5 minutes in the morning.
You'd have to call your beard Rocky. Because every time you went to the bathroom, it'd be like, cut me, Mick.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
What would my beard say to me? I'm not a Tupperware. Don't put your leftovers in me.
I'm not food storage.
I'm not food storage. Could you comb me once in a while?
Right. That'd be too much to ask. Right.
I whenever I let my beard actually go, it gets nice and bushy and stuff. Yeah. I like whenever my beard is long enough that it can blow in the wind.
I like how he uses the term nice and bushy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Big and
floofy.
Well, why don't you just grow it out, but, get you some stuff, like
Bushy.
some oils and just,
Yeah.
make it look pretty.
No.
nah.
It'll make that mouth look pretty.
We have determined that Tink has zero metrosexuality in him. He is all boy.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Nope.
I do
None.
I do
Hold
use
on.
moisturizing cream.
For what?
My arms.
Your hands?
Yeah, my arms because of psoariasis.
Hold on now.
Your palms?
I
Let me
also
see your palms.
Yeah, they're nice and shiny.
I'll find the
Yeah,
picture
they're
somewhere.
soft, moisturized.
Pink's got that picture too.
What?
Somebody's getting their hair highlighted.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Gonna wash that gray right my hand.
No, that was on top of my head. My beard, I've never colored my beard.
No, I'm not talking about your beard.
What? Yeah, I've colored my hair before because I thought it was cool.
No, I'm not talking about color because it's cool. You got my
Oh
problem.
yeah, I got a ton of gray hair
Yeah.
up there.
That's all recent.
It's very recent. Within the past year or two.
That's 100% stress.
But I mean,
stress.
yeah, but I mean, actually, it'll be about 2 years next month.
Yeah.
When all that stress started happening.
What
So, yeah.
what coalesces with that?
What's that?
What coalesces with that?
Oh, women.
And
Breakups.
a teenage son.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Teenagers.
No.
They'll earn every gray hair on that head.
Yeah, he turned 20 this year. So.
Yep. 18 to
Honestly,
20.
I think we should just convince Tink just to go for a dye job. Dye the beard, dye the hair. Let's see what you look like. Get it all back.
You know,
Dark.
I have no issue with people dyeing their hair, bleaching their hair, do anything, but do not do your beard.
Yes.
That shit grows out so fast, and it looks so
stupid.
phony.
Dumb.
Looks like I'm trying to hold on to my youth.
That's why you should do it.
So,
Whenever I lived in Pittsburgh,
you're gonna dye it like hot pink,
whenever I lived in Pittsburgh, I had to take
green or something.
mass transit to work. Whenever, and there was this little old lady, and God bless her, but she would dye her hair.
Yep.
This very dark color.
Blue.
No, it was probably like a dark brown or a black.
Okay.
And then about a month later,
Stripes.
she was a skunk.
Yep.
She'd part that shit right in the middle.
Yep.
And she'd have
Yep.
she'd have a big old gray mohawk in the middle of her head.
Yep.
And it's like, Willie, go ahead with your question on what is on your mind.
So imagine the scenario.
Here we go.
You guys have been asked to do an interview.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun.
Somebody wants to interview me?
Yeah. So, everybody, you're asked to do this interview.
Okay.
You go into this room, you sit down. It's nice. It looks nice.
Uh-huh.
Maybe much like what we're sitting at right now.
Yeah.
And let's say your interviewer will be right out. And you're
puts
sitting there and you're minding your own business, and you don't see the person because they come from behind and they sit down, and you look up and they look up, and it's your 15-year-old self.
It's you.
It's you when you're 15 years old. What's the first question your 15-year-old self would ask you?
My 15-year-old self would ask me. Oh, see, that's a tough one. I could go so many ways. Because, I had sex. I lost my virginity when I was 15.
See, his brain just runs around sex.
It does.
Yes.
So, I could go that route. But also, at 14, I lost my brother. So, I'd probably have a few questions about that. Could we only ask one question?
No, it's just what's the first question
first
is what we're
question.
looking
First
at right
question.
now. Realistically, go back to when you're 15. What would
Oh,
you-
wait a minute. The question is, what do you want him to ask you?
What do I want him?
Nah, he just typed that out wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
typo?
Well, yeah.
You typoed?
I typed what I thought was going to work, but I think I like this scenario a little bit better.
All right.
What question would
Now, what question do you think?
my 15-year-old self would ask me? Let's see, at 15, I had just started a new school because I went to senior high at a different school. I would have asked so many questions.
First thing comes to mind. What is it?
Sex. When am I going to get it again?
Of course.
When am I getting again?
Yeah.
Is it going to last?
I mean, it
30
depends. It
seconds?
depends on what part of the 15-year-old. Is it the end of 15? Because then I already had the sex the first time. So it'd have been like, when are you getting it again? Or would it be like, what am I going to, I was always pretty curious. I'd probably, what are we going to be a rock star? Because at that point,
I was going to be a rock star.
I started playing guitar at 10 years old.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was already. I wasn't great, but I was good enough. I was probably better than all my other little teeny bopper friends decided that they wanted to play guitar.
I wasn't bad.
Because
That's pretty good.
And I would lock myself in my room for hours, especially after my brother passed. When my brother passed, it was, that was one of the things that he was proud of me for.
Yeah,
So
you
I
zeroed in on it.
I just sank right into it.
Yep.
I went
There you go.
head first into it. And then I was, trying to play as fast and furious as I could.
What about you, Willie?
I don't know, man. I was doing a lot of stupid shit then.
Ooh.
Illegal shit.
Please describe. Don't leave any of the good parts out.
I don't know what I would ask.
Past the statute of limitations, so you could talk
Way
about illegal
past.
shit that you did.
Well, there's still people alive.
Well, we know it wasn't murder.
There's still people alive that know. Oh,
I know what you did last summer.
I honestly, I don't know. That is a really tough question because it's hard for me to put myself back in that mindset. We can all do here's what we were doing, here's what we were transitioning into, what we'd ask, and I don't know. First question would probably be, is this some fucking kind of joke? Honestly, realistically, everybody'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's after you
Well,
get
I'm
past
you.
that
No,
question.
you're fucking not.
I know.
Old ass motherfucker.
I know exactly
Hey, this is
the first thing that would come across.
okay.
What happened to your hair?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, because I had some hair.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what the?
Did you take good care of it at 15?
Oh, dude. Yeah, it was pimped. It was.
Oh, yeah, you definitely would be asking that
Yeah,
question.
what did you do?
What did you do? It's called 55 years. No, wait, 45 years of living, motherfucker.
Right. It's like 45 years of damn near dying.
I mean, that's just a really interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
You know,
I was a pretty even kilter kid at that time. So,
All right.
but I did have the, I was a little bit of a hound dog.
but we're gonna say it's gonna be outside the realm of reality. So, the entire interview conversation would not affect any outcome of anything. You couldn't tell yourself any secrets, and
I mean, I can't get the winning lottery numbers the next
no,
day. And
no sporting, no winning, no benefit.
come on, man,
You'll have no knowledge of it.
no sports almanac.
You would have knowledge at your age now that you had an interview with your younger self. Would have move forward with no knowledge of that situation.
Huh.
Someday with technology, that might be a real possibility.
What, going back in time?
That's
Well,
funny.
just having something set up to interview yourself down the road.
Yeah.
That'd be a good reverse question. Like, hey,
That's
talking to kids now, be like, hey, if you saw yourself 40 years from now, what would you ask?
yeah. There's been a couple of movies made like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Sort of like
That's because everything's been made, Frank.
So like the son of Jor-El, whenever he forward projected his mind into the thing that Superman could watch.
Maybe not quite that simple. But I don't know. AI is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. So if you could project your mind now into a thing where it would think like you
It would have to be
you could
at a
create
younger age.
you could create an artificial intelligence of your brain.
Yeah, it'd be
At a
like
younger,
be like me sending back a broken ass Nintendo with one fucking screwed up cartridge.
So I mean, you think about it. You think about how close or how crazy AI is getting right now. Where I mean, we're no surprises here. We use ChatGPT to give us ideas to do the show and things like that. So I mean, and we're actually surprised with some of the things that the old chippers can come up with.
We're actually not here. We're actually
Yeah.
AI generated.
But so
AI
I mean,
generated.
you think about
It's a secret.
how really good AI is getting. At some point, I don't really think it would be that difficult to sort of figure out how to download our memories and our thoughts into an artificial intelligence thing.
Let me tell you.
We're talking maybe 30, 40 years from now.
You think?
That's
No.
probably doable right now. Just it's not.
Let me run this
It's
by.
not,
This
available.
is real talk for you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They just fired up 3 Mile Island.
Okay.
Okay.
That was where they dropped a bomb there. didn't
Now it melted down.
they? Oh yeah.
Fired that up just to power AI. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think it's for Microsoft. Okay.
Okay.
And the guy who launches the rockets, Elon Musk,
Uh-huh.
into space and gets them to land on little bitty barges out in the middle of the ocean and then does that shit like that. The one thing that terrifies him more than anything is open range AI.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If he is that aware of it and that scared of it, and he's in that business,
Yeah.
it ain't going to be 30 or 40 years. It's going to be a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's a very, 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 very wild and woolly, wide open thing.
Yeah.
And 99% of people on the planet have no concept of how it works or what it does.
Nope.
Yeah.
They don't know how to turn it on, and they don't know how to turn it off.
It'd be just like Skynet. Once they become
That's
able
the
to
whole
teach and
thing.
learn on their own, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
When they no longer need human interaction to do anything,
Yep.
that's
So-
going to be scary.
I mean, that was prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That was Age of Ultron. They put that to the test.
Mm-hmm. So you got one of the smartest guys on the planet that's like, you better pump the brakes on that shit.
Yeah.
Better slow that down.
Add some kill switches. Some, like,
You better get the
make sure they stay out of the web.
the anti-regulation guy is like, you better put some guidelines on this bitch.
Yeah.
Put some regulations on it.
You know, put it in a box.
And here's the thing. Just because the U.S. regulates it doesn't mean anybody else in the world does.
Yeah.
You know, you could have some third world country go, yeah, well, let's just turn that bitch loose.
Yep.
Right.
They're gonna get in the internet. Nowhere's gonna be safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could be bad, but it could be good.
Get through all firewalls, all security systems.
It could just,
Randomly put a backup of itself on somebody's home computer.
hey, how about this? It could just turn everything off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All of it. Click.
Yeah.
You're done.
Judgment Day.
But then it would kill. That would be suicide for itself. Then.
Maybe.
Anyway, the things that we talk about
Yeah.
on here.
The rails in which we go off of.
As long as they're not electric rails.
Go back to the
Right.
question. What would you ask your 15 or what would you ask your now? What would you how'd it go?
If you're being interviewed by your 15-year-old self, what was the first question that your 15-year-old self would ask you?
What do you think it would be?
Are you John Connor?
Are you trying?
And let us know when you guys have these conversations. If you're like us, if it just kind of
Derails.
it just goes in directions.
Yeah, and we're sober. And how high do you have to be to have these conversations? No, I got it, man. What if? Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to a crazy story that we found on the internet, and it is WTF is this?
WTF is this?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, indeed. So we found this video that is attached to an article. We're gonna watch the video first. If you can see that, this guy here,
It's quick.
it's pretty quick.
It's really quick.
This guy here has a knife, and this guy here is he comes from the school of fuck around and find out.
Yep, this guy got a free, all expense paid trip to Pound Town.
We're gonna turn the audio off on it because there's a news report going on behind it. So
You just watch and see. Hey, give me your money. Hey, piss off.
whoa!
Yeah,
And this is the guy here,
this is the guy.
Javier Baez.
Yep,
So we're gonna go back and read. Let's watch it one more time.
yep.
Where is it?
Let's do the rewind. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Coming in. Give it. Give me your money. Yeah? Okay.
Whoa!
How about no? That's a big knife, too. Did you see that shit?
Uh-uh.
It's like a machete.
Yeah, it's 14-inch blade. Yeah, it was a big
Wow.
knife. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. Give me your money. I'm gonna stab your ass. How about I introduce you to the asphalt?
Yeah. He got him a tuition paid.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, there it
Nice.
is, right there.
Yeah.
That's a big old boy.
Yep.
Huh. Wow. And then,
Boom.
all right.
That dude coughed up that knife and some lungs.
All right, well, let's go read this story
Here
here.
we go.
So, Florida man seems to make it a habit of starting fights. This time he picked on the wrong guy. 50-year-old Omar Marrero attacked former MMA fighter with a 14-inch knife. It didn't end well for Florida man. It was around 4 a.m. when the former fighter was just pulling into a parking space when Marrero began to bang on his car window with a knife. Marrero then opened the driver's side door and tried to cut the man. Things escalated quickly. Hey, he's come from your school. It escalated quickly.
Yeah.
While being interviewed by CBS News Miami, former MMA fighter Javier Baez explained what happened. Guy was out there screaming on the phone, literally was fighting for a while with some woman. He tapped on my door window. I told him to leave me alone, and he came at me with a knife.
That's not a knife.
I told him to leave me alone. I'm calling the cops. I hope he doesn't break my window. That's all I cared about. When he trains so many times, it just becomes a reflex. And this is the video that we just watched.
Yep.
Once it came to that, it's all instincts. I couldn't do much but just react. I've been training my whole life, black belt jiu-jitsu, wrestled in college. I've got 8 pro fights, MMA masters. I got great training partners. As can be seen in this video, Florida man got a good old-fashioned Florida ass whooping.
Yep.
Baez dodged the lunging man, then body slammed him, held Marrero down with his knee on his back, and called the police. According to Miami-Dade police report, Marrero was charged with burglary, with assault or battery, and also for aggravated battery.
That dude's lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, smooth,
Yeah.
lucky.
Smooth lucky one, that the guy, there's some people that are in that, in that mindset of the AMA or MMA jiu-jitsu mindset that is like, they're not stopping till you can't move.
Well, most of them have way more control than you want, He's lucky, first off, that he ran into that guy.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you run into the half of the population in Florida, you brought the wrong tool to the party.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting smoked.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, 911, bring a bag.
Bring a bag, yeah.
And a squeegee.
That's probably true because, you're probably, especially you're talking about Miami, I'm sure there's.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's more than a couple guns down there.
I mean, have you seen you've seen the sheriff from down there, right?
Oh, what's that?
They were interviewing him. He's like, why did you guys shoot him 72 times? He's like, we ran out of bullets.
There you go. Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And then, when
Beast mode.
Yeah, same guy. He's like, I'm telling you right now, if people break into your house, we highly recommend that you take care of that yourself.
Yep.
We'll be there to pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
okay.
This Marrero guy, but in his mind, he might be thinking of, if he's that kind of mindset of running, but I bet you did not think that was going to turn out that way. That wasn't even one thought in his mind. Like, of all the people that pulled up at this time,
No.
Yeah.
it had to be somebody who was trained to whoop my ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the other thing. It's Florida, man.
Of course.
How high was he?
Listen, I'm going to say it was really high because what they said he was doing before, I'm not going to bring that up.
He was fighting with somebody on the phone.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Arguing with a woman?
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
That's what it said.
Is it arguing with a woman?
Yeah.
I didn't think it said woman.
I think it's
Lady, woman?
I think it said woman. Which makes that justifiable homicide.
Fighting.
Guy was out there screaming on the phone. Literally was fighting for a while with some woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to,
Yeah.
misgender anybody.
Right.
Maybe that's why they were fighting. Maybe she wasn't fully a woman, but
Yeah.
Lady boys.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
I think Frank has it right though. He's lucky he met up with somebody who fights MMA rather than some.
There's about 3 levels of lucky. He's lucky that he fights with somebody that's MMA that took him down with one swat and held him down with his knee. Okay? Because if he doesn't run into somebody who's packing and he finds somebody who takes him down and then does not just beat the ever-loving shit out of him.
which we know for it. And
While he's down.
It could have gone that way for him because they like Tink says, sometimes they go and they just keep going until somebody
Absolutely.
stops them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's
They
how
hear
they're
the bell.
trained.
Well,
So they start seeing the red, and he could have just kept pounding them.
but the more dangerous thing in that is somebody who's not trained and is scared to death.
Right.
And they grab the machete and they go to work on the dude.
That's true.
You know, it's like, yeah, I got something for you.
I tell you, I will say
If
this.
I would have got lucky enough to get him subdued at any, I'd probably be one of those guys.
Yeah.
You're not getting up.
It's like we're not taking round 2.
I'll keep kicking.
No.
Kick you right in your head.
No.
Curb stomp.
Yeah.
You know, and people talk a lot of shit about that stuff, and you just never know till you're in it.
You know how you've seen cops and stuff, and you'll see whenever they're trying to take down somebody who's on meth.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't feel anything anymore,
They do.
and but they're on high alert, and it's almost like, you know, they turn into the Incredible Hulk for a second.
PCP.
Yeah, something like that.
That was the fun one right there back in the day. It was
Because I mean,
shit.
imagine if he would have ran into somebody like that. If he wasn't, I mean, I don't know if this guy might have been.
Yeah, there's no telling. That dude was probably up, might have been hammered, but he was definitely emotionally distraught and pissed.
Yeah.
But, okay, and the other part about that is, who the fuck's walking around with a 14-inch machete?
At 4 in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird.
What are you looking for? Cantaloupe?
I'm sure he had only the best intentions.
Right, yeah.
He was protecting himself from gators.
Gators.
Coconuts.
like Chompy, he was worried about him going into the bank.
Yep.
All right.
It's like, why you got a 14-inch machete? Man, it's Florida. You never know
Yeah.
what happened around here.
That's all you got to say. It's Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the swamp, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got here, Willie?
Okay, so a fact for today. Not really weird, but it is a fact. When Aerosmith was recording Toys in the Attic,
Okay.
it took a break and went to see Young Frankenstein. In the movie, Marty Feldman has the line, "Walk this way, no, this way." When he's trying to get people to follow him.
Uh-huh.
That is where they got the title for a song they hadn't written lyrics for yet.
Huh.
Nice.
So that's how
Walk This Way.
that's how Walk This Way came around. When was Young Frankenstein out? I thought that was
Like 72?
I'm talking about the original.
not with the one with Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It is.
That's
Is
old.
that how is it that old?
Yeah.
I thought it was an 80s movie.
No.
Mm-mm.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Walk This Way.
Walk this way.
I know what you should do. You should let your fingers walk on over to that like button, hit the subscribe button while you're here on YouTube.
Yep.
The only place that you can find the WTF Bomb podcast. And yeah. So thanks for being here this week. Frank, where can I email us again?
WTF Bomb Pod.
.com.
At
At
gmail.com.
Like,
All right. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yep.
And we have merch available in all of these places. I'm going to put on the screen.
Send pictures and merch. I want to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. If you happen to pick up something from the merch store, send in pictures. We want to see it. So thanks for watching this, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.